Loot boxes. If you've been on the internet for some years now, I bet you've heard of them. Whether you've encountered them in Overwatch, CSGO, or maybe even on a random website, I don't believe that someone might have missed their existence. But if you did miss them, let me quickly get you to the present. Loot boxes first became popular in games like Team Fortress 2 in 2010 or FIFA 09 in 2009. They work in a pretty simple way. You get them via gameplay or by spending a couple bucks. Then, after you open them, you're presented with a bunch of random items, sometimes an animation rolling other items that you won't get, and finally the item or items you actually gain. If we fast forward to the current era, the most popular loot boxes are present in Overwatch, FIFA, which is now called EAFC, and CSGO, which is now called CS2. But it doesn't mean that loot boxes are only present in games. In my homeland, Poland, there is currently hype for adding loot boxes into release stores. For example, take this store. It's Biedronka. Here, you have a shake-o-mat where you can shake your phone to get a release count. Not really that much of a loot box, but it gets there. But don't worry, there's XCOM. XCOM is one of the most popular PC and IT stores in Poland. They are mostly known for the good aesthetics and being modern. And being that modernistic made them add loot boxes. If we go onto their website, we can see a bunch of random stuff. There is a huge chance you won't understand a single word from there, but I will translate everything you need to know. If we scroll a bit, we can see in a full glance their loot boxes. They are advertised as everyday roll-free discounts. In boxes you will find items even as cheap as 1 Polish złoty, which is around 25 cents. So I clicked on the button and I saw 3 boxes to choose from. One of them is a box that you can open right away. Probably you could even now visit their website and open it. Another one requires an account, and the third one requires their mobile app. So I opened the first one as everyone on their first try would. And I got this. Well, it's okay, but there might be more useful stuff to get from there. So I closed their website. And after a while, someone DM'd me that you can open new boxes incognito. That got me intrigued, so I decided to try it out. And it works. I started thinking, why? Well, I knew for a fact they don't use IP or something like hardware ID to verify opened boxes, so there must be something different. And the key was the browser. You see, there are 3 ways to store data in your browser. The first one, I bet you know, cookies. You probably hate them, the pop-ups and stuff, but actually, barebone cookies don't do harm. A cookie is a key and a value that is sent to the site every time you do anything on it. They might be useful to store some authorization data or to spy you. Checking if they use cookies is pretty easy. I opened DevTools and checked my cookies. I deleted everything and refreshed the page. The box was still open, so cookies are not involved in it. The second way is to store data using sessions. They work in a bit different way, but they also involve using cookies. When using sessions, the data is stored on the server. Your browser only has 1 cookie related to the sessions, that being ID, which is an identifier. It tells the site who accessed it, so it can take required data from its memory. It's effective as it doesn't allow people to change data by hand, other than just invalidating the session. Other than that, there's another solution called local storage. The difference is that local storage is not sent to the server every time. It is stored on your own computer for your version of the website, and if we delete them, you can see the box is gone. If you look closely, you can even see it. It's called box_products and it stores that weird long chunk of text. That's called UID. So if I wanted to get more items, then technically I could just delete box products, refresh the page and open them? Yeah, but don't you think that's boring? Like, you need to do so much work to do anything. So I got an idea. And I opened this magic tab called Network. It basically shows me all the network requests my browser made on this page. And you can see there a request called roll. So I simply do this, I type this, and I click enter. And by doing that, I simulated a roll. By the way, I've never shown you what the request actually returns. but there's a lot of cool stuff in it. For example, there is that magic UID mentioned before. If you replace it, well, the item just replaces itself. Here, there are also the price reduction, the rating of the product, and even time till when you can claim the reward. So I added this magic button that when I click, I get this long code. After I paste it into the console, I can immediately buy the item at a price discount. Isn't that cool? So now, I am not a bad guy or anything, so the only logical thing to do would be to contact someone from XCOM to show them the bug. So I did it. I went onto their Twitter brand account and DM'd them. I explained to them that I found this issue on their site, and they replied to me with an email to which I should write that issue. I did it, and after a day or so, I got a response. They asked me to explain in detail how this exploit worked, so sure enough, I wrote them 2 paragraphs explaining it. The response I got from them might shock you. The IT security specialist told me that this exploit is pretty much intended of sorts, and they won't do anything to it. They thanked me for my honesty and my time taken to message them though. And that was the end of the XCOM exploit. It's my first video on this channel, so if you enjoyed and want to see more interesting stuff, then be sure to subscribe and leave a like. I would forward you to another video, so if you don't see the information that the video is unavailable to watch, you can click the video on the screen. Thank you for watching and hopefully see you next time.